what are the common causes of diarrhea? So diarrhea can happen for different reasons. So sometimes it's infection. So it could be infections from viruses, from bacteria, from parasites. They can cause diarrhea. Also, something like food poisoning. And please, when you say food poisoning, don't think it's the proper, the proper poison that can buy somebody, that can unalive somebody. When they put that in your food and you eat it and then you pass away. It's not what I mean. Food poison means there are some germs in your food that you have consumed. Could be germs like bacteria, toxins, whatever, even these things I mentioned. It could be the germs that have entered inside your food, maybe due to how they are processing it, or the water they're using, or whatever. And then they because of the germs, it will upset your tummy. And then you start having diarrhea. Another thing would be, normally there are some food, maybe those food doesn't have doesn't have germs, but there are some particular foods that when you eat them, they will upset your tummy. Something like beans. Do you know some people when they eat beans, or some vegetable, or just from some people when they eat salad, or so there are things, a particular food that you will notice it. Some people when they eat pepper, so there is something, that whenever you eat it, you go to the toilet and it's liquid. Then you know that maybe that particular thing upsets your stomach and you don't have to eat it all the time. Another thing is medication. Medication, something like antibiotics. So whenever, and that's why it's advisable, whenever you're giving somebody antibiotics, tell them there are chances this thing can make you to have diarrhea, so that they will not panic and say, where is this diarrhea coming from? Another thing is some digestive conditions. There are some conditions, problems of the digestive system. For example, what they call Crohn's disease or IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, just as the name implies, irritable. So something irritating your bowel, and is a syndrome. What is syndrome? Syndrome is just a combination of signs and symptoms. What is signs? Signs are the things that your doctors or medical people in the hospital will observe. For example, you have rashes, your temperature is high, they can see it and all that. So whatever, those things are the signs. Then what are the symptoms? Symptoms are the ones you will be feeling. For example, I'm cold, I have pain, I am tired. All those ones that you feel. So combination of your feeling and observation is this syndrome. So anyway, we can talk about IBS, or we can talk about digestive problems later in separate videos.